G'day Eagles fans and welcome to the final Eagles in Isolation for season 2020, proudly presented by AGL, the energy within the Eagles. Vanessa Williams once saying, "You always save the best till last." Oh, geez, she was on the money today. We've got Nic Naitanui on the line. Welcome, Nick. Week 4 in the hub. How's the mental state going up there, big fella? Surely looking forward to getting onto some WA home soil pretty soon.
Hey Thumper, how you going? Yeah, looking forward to getting home. I heard that we can have I think 30 to 60,000 back, so that'll be good for us boys, but also for our supporters. But 2 more games here. Fingers crossed we can get two wins at least. We haven't had one yet, so we're craving a victory up here in Queensland.
Now, besides from being a social media beast, what have you been doing, mate? Which teammates have been lucky enough to be spending the time with the great man?
I've been mixing it up a bit. I initially hung out with a few younger boys, and I guess the crew that I normally hang out with, like Jets and the Luke Shueys and the likes, Jack Reddens. But there's been a little surf crew. There's been a couple of boys that go out every day, and the funny part is I go along because Brad Shepherd's taken up surfing. I wouldn't really call it surfing because he lays down the whole time. He never stands up. So I take a lot of interest in going and watching him. So he's probably been the biggest guy I hang out with.
Now, Big Dean Cox, of course, inducted into the Australian Football Hall of Fame. Mentor of yours, past teammate, surely happy for the big fella to get that nod. And
yeah.
Any fond memories of Big Sausage Arms?
The Big Sausage Arms. I spent a lot of time in Fat Club with Big Coxie. Very proud of him. Obviously, very deserving of the honour. And I actually called him a few weeks before we came to Queensland just to touch base and see how he's going. And he actually answered his phone as Hoff, the Hall of Famer, so he doesn't call himself Dean anymore. I'm surprised he didn't screen my call because he's been screening a few boys like Luke Shuey and the like. So, very proud of him. He taught me a fair bit as a youngster, obviously, and as a ruck coach. So, good thing to see.
Went up against Scott Lycett on the weekend, the ex-teammate. What was the banter like on field?
He didn't say much, surprisingly. I thought Scotty would be chirping. I guess when you're up by so much, you can get into guys. But I think he still has that respect for the Eagles boys, and he still loves us. So he didn't say nothing at all. He didn't look me in the eye, but I'll catch up for a coffee with him, I guess, in the coming weeks while we're still here. And I've got another ex-teammate in Cal Sinclair this week, so it's just the X every week. So here we go.
Get stuck into him, please. We've got questions from fans coming now. So first one's from Talia Bell from Twitter. If you could bring back any old teammate who has retired, who would it be and why?
I'd probably bring back Daniel Kerr, only because the little fella used to, I think, run a little Indian restaurant, so he used to get me lunch every day. So bring back Kerry.
You do seem short of $1, Nick. That makes sense. The next one from Facebook. A lot of fan questions there's a ton of fan questions about your time on ground, so I've pulled them all together. What's the push-pull like with medical, and are you looking to get to a certain percentage toward the end of the season?
Yeah, my percentage is pretty similar to what it has been, in the past. So I guess with a shortened game time, I'm actually playing more game percentage than I previously had because the games are shorter. But that'll increase. We've got a plan. I guess everyone's going to be asking for a while, but who knows? This week I might be playing, another 20, 30 minutes. Who knows? So it'll. We've got a little plan in place, and yeah, we just have to let it build. We've had a big stint away from the footy club, so we're just. I'm in the hands of the medical guys at the moment.
Good answer. Next one's from Scott. Hey, Nick, how does the club cope with the frustration that you can't clone Shannon Hurn?
Oh, we need him. I think some of the guys are trying to clone him. Luke Shuey and Dom Sheet I think Will Schofield have all got the receding hairline, so they're little mini clones of Bunga. But his football ability, it's going to be hard to reproduce another Shannon Hurn. He's one of the greats of our footy club.
Got one from Karen here. Who's the most annoying person at the club now that Lecker has gone?
Probably a tie between Luke Shuey and Jack Redden. Yeah, 2 adults with young children, but still the biggest kid brains in the team.
How good is it that the Pat McAfee show is getting into footy? If you're an NFL player, what position would you play?
Yeah, so I've seen a little bit of it and some of the noise around it. I think if I did play in the NFL, I'd probably become a tight end, just jump and catch the ball and get a touchdown, a bit like Gronkowski. But not quite that level. But yeah, it's good to see him promoting the game overseas. It's obviously good for the sport, but he's a big Collingwood supporter, so I haven't got too much time for him.
Well said, on the money. And that was it for Eagles in Isolation. Final one for 2020, proudly presented by AGL, the energy within the Eagles. Go well this weekend. Nick, any messages for the fans out there?
We'll be back soon, so fingers crossed we see you guys in the stadiums in the coming weeks.